The Wax Palace. The palace of Hastinapura stood calm, but beneath the surface, a storm was brewing. Silent tension gripped the royal court as envy took root in the heart of Duryodhana. Day by day, his jealousy towards the Pandavas deepened. He could no longer endure the praise Bhima was receiving for his strength or the admiration Arjuna earned for his skills. Surrounded by the equally ambitious Karna and the cunning Saguni, Duryodhana began plotting to remove the Pandavas from his path. King Dhritarashtra, though aged in wise in appearance, was blind in more ways than one. His physical blindness was matched by an emotional blindness, a deep, partial love for his son that often clouded his judgment. Torn between his affection for Duryodhana and his knowledge of what was right, he remained passive, easily influenced by louder, selfish voices rather than the voice of Dharma. In secret, Duryodhana began planning the unthinkable, the murder of his cousins, the Pandavas. Yet, unknown to him, Vidura, the wise and righteous minister, had sensed the darkness ahead. Loyal to Dharma and to the legacy of truth, Vidura acted quietly, preparing to save the Pandavas from the snare that awaited them. Duryodhana's hatred only burned hotter with time. What enraged him even more was the love and respect the people of the kingdom showed towards Yudhishthira. In the streets, in the markets, and within royal courts, voices echoed the same sentiment: let Yudhishthira be the king. They questioned Dhritarashtra's rule, citing his blindness, and reminded each other that Bhishma had taken a vow not to sit on the throne. In their eyes, Yudhishthira alone was fit to rule. These whispers soon became loud declarations. They reached Duryodhana and wounded his pride deeply. Unable to remain silent, he went to his father in anger. Father, he said with bitterness, the people mock you. They insult Bhishma. They say your line will end and Yudhishthira will take the throne. Will you stand by and do nothing? Dhritarashtra wavered, caught between the truth and attachment. But Duryodhana was persistent. He spoke with conviction, reminding his father that they had powerful allies. Drona, Kripa, and Ashwatthama would not oppose them. Only Vidura might object, but he was powerless. Then came the poisonous counsel of Saguni and his ally Kanika. Kanika urged the king to be clever and ruthless. The sons of Pandu, he warned, are like hidden thorns, sharp, dangerous, and silent. Remove them now before they pierce your heart. Be cunning, be strong, act before it's too late. Faced with growing pressure and his inner conflict, Dhritarashtra gave in. With calm and affection, he summoned the Pandavas. Go to Varnavata, he said warmly. There is a great festival to honor Lord Shiva. The people there are eager to see you. Go, bring them joy. Yudhishthira, ever dutiful, accepted the order without hesitation. The Pandavas paid their respects to the elders and departed, unaware of the dark scheme being prepared for them. Meanwhile, Duryodhana's joy knew no bounds. He summoned Purochana, a trusted servant, and revealed the next part of his plan. Build a beautiful palace for the Pandavas in Varnavata, he instructed, but let it be made of wax, lac, ghee, and other flammable materials. It must appear grand and royal, but inside It should be a trap. When they are asleep, we will set it ablaze. No one will suspect a thing. Purochana obeyed with loyalty. He went to Varnavata ahead of Pandavas and constructed a splendid palace rich in decoration with soft beds and luxurious halls. But every wall, beam, and support was soaked in fuel. It was death trap, beautiful on the outside, deadly within. When the Pandavas arrived, they were met with great reverence. The people of Varnavata, having heard of their valor and nobility, welcomed them with joy. The festival began in full spirit. Music echoed through the air, lights sparkled, and the streets came alive with celebration. But behind this joyous scene, the conspiracy lived on. The Pandavas, greeted with lavish love and grand hospitality, were unaware of the danger that loomed. And that was the brilliance of the plan. The welcome and the visible affection endured that no one would suspect anything. If a fire were to break out in the palace, it would appear as a tragic accident. The Kauravas would escape the blame, and the kingdom would mourn for the loss of the Pandavas, believing fate had dealt a cruel hand.